in general, it's always been like season 1. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be something that I ended up wanting to take really seriously, so I just kind of messed around. And then by season 2, I was like, wait, I really enjoyed that. I really want to do more, and I want to have more fun with it. So that's why I amnesia'd myself, was because I was like, I want to do more of that. But oh my god, I was so impressed. I mean, even last season it was similar, but I was so impressed with Shiori again this season. I feel like she's always just does such an incredible job being a bad guy. And that's something I really struggle with. Like, the craziest shit that I don't see coming. Like, when she was like, I'm building something underground. Because at first she was like, I'm building a church. And I was like, okay, great. And then she's like, okay, now I'm building a thing underground. And I need blocks. And I was like, okay, I'm here to help you get blocks. I can try to help you build it. But then she showed me the plan. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I am not the one. But I will give you anything you need to get this. But she's just so incredible creating these little events to actually give us something to do, because I think that's one of the places where ENreco is fun, but it also struggles a bit for me. Is let's all be honest, the main plot isn't that interesting. It's fine. It brings the story together, but like comparatively to things that we can build. So I feel like there's also always going to be the expectation shift of the main plot, which is always going to be the opening and the finale, is always just going to be that. The main plot that is the vehicle for the story to advance. But then the actual very, very interesting parts of the story are going to be the stuff that's unpredictable. And it's hard to factor that stuff, I think, into things like the ending, because how do you, when you have to pre-make all of this stuff months and months and months in advance? You know, you can't really add in everything that was being prepped, you know, because there is the kind of story to lead everything. But then another issue is there's no DM. We don't have anyone like leading us in any direction. And just because I saw some people addressing it, some people kept bringing up things like, oh, apparently there was a script. Oh, like I saw, sorry, not to address the ending a little bit, with the scripted game of tag, I saw some people being like, oh, apparently there was a script for if Advent won, so why didn't they read the script? Like, stuff like that. I will give you the 411 since everyone seems confused. There was a script. Both of them ended the exact same way, and both of them were 3 lines only. Both of them were something along the lines of, you caught us, or haha, you can't catch me. And then, quick, do the purification! And then Advent gets purified. Both of them. So for people who kept addressing that and being like, why? Why didn't you guys let Advent win? Because, like, first off, we were asked by management to do that the game 2 to 3 times. We weren't only just supposed to do it once. We were supposed to do it 2 to 3 times. And then we didn't have to read the script, but also the script was just a suggestion, and it was really, really corny. So, honestly, it was kind of a fight we had to lose, or else it would have just been stupid anyway. The 15 minutes was a little long. I think it could have been a little bit shorter, but we're all just too good at hiding. What can I say? I think, also, there was a little bit of a miscommunication. I feel really bad for everyone involved, because, I think they definitely intended for us to be able to finish out our plot lines, but I think the wording was maybe just a little bit hard to understand, that maybe it was misunderstood, that it was like, oh, we have to start at this time. But when I looked back and I referenced it, I was like, oh no, they did say that we can take our time. So I was like, oh no, there's a misunderstanding. But I really wish we could have closed off. Part of me is really curious to ask and be like, can you give me the map for ENreco? Can you open it for one more day and like just let us schedule? And can we like go in and like finish a few of those plot lines with just the people who are interested in? I don't know. I feel like everyone's really tired too. ENreco, well, it is really, really, really fun and I really love it. It is also like a full week of nonstop thinking about only ENreco. So, you know, I'm sad it's over, but I'm glad that I can have some air to breathe, because last week was great. I had nothing else to do really work-wise. I had a few things to do, but like generally we were able to clear out my schedule because we had the dates so far in advance. I haven't heard from my manager in a week, in like 2 weeks. I don't know what's happening anymore. I think I got my first like real message from them yesterday telling me, you have this going tomorrow. See you there. I feel really sad for both Bijou and Shiori because I feel like they really deserve to have their moment. You know, we had the plot of the Shakira murder and we're planning the trial and trying to get, you know, everyone in the same place to like do it. But like it's like then they, you know, when Bijou's like, it was kind of like a, you know, and then we had that amazing moment with roleplay with Laura and Liz, where we saw, if you watch their perspective, after they got the body back, they went and they burned the body. And Liz just did some crazy, amazing DM. So if you haven't seen that, go watch it. It was a great way to close off, at least with the corpse. I will say, I also did see that I don't know what happened either. I need to ask Shiori because I saw in Callie's perspective, they actually went down to the church again today to try and investigate, and it wasn't there anymore.
Oh, should we just... should we just...
It's just a house.
The area under the ground wasn't there anymore. There was a room, and now I really like want to know because I'm like, oh my gosh, what was the plan with that? So it was amazing though. She changed it. She's so smart. She covered up the evidence. And then they're like digging to try and find it and they can't. And I'm like, where did it go?
I think they're covering something up here.
I don't know, I feel like it's just dirt.
Yes, there's a lot of dirt.
Oh my god, did she delete it? Did she get rid of it? Oh my god, she's crazy. She was playing 4D chess. It was amazing. So Shiori just really, really, really cooked. But so I totally understood her frustration about not being able to finish out what she had been planning. Because also people kept attributing the trial. The trial was something generally all of us had been planning, like from the beginning. Because, to be clear, we all knew that Shakira was going to die. Someone was going to have murdered her, and that it was going to be a goal to find out who murdered her. So we always knew at the end there was going to be a trial. So I don't know why... I felt bad that people kept being like, a Shiori's trial. I was like, it's not Shiori's trial. This is something we all planned. This is something we all put stuff into. But it ended up being really chaotic. Yeah, it didn't really get resolved. And then, just after that, we just went and did the end. So it was kind of like we're trying to do the trial and then finish the other plot lines. But it's just a little bit of misunderstanding. So... please don't be too mean to Staff San. It really wasn't anyone's fault. It's just a misunderstanding. I feel really bad for Staff as well, because I mean, I feel like all of us are getting a lot of, not all of us, but there's a lot of just negativity going around at what I think was otherwise a really, really wonderful season. So I really wish people would stop trying to point fingers and be like, oh, it must be all so-and-so's fault. You know, it's not really anyone's fault. You can still not like the hide and seek, I guess. But like, again, it's ENreco. It's the main story. There's only so much you can do for mini games. Plus, you guys love watching cute girls do cute things, so why not just enjoy cute girls playing tag? I guess my advice would be try to just enjoy it for what it was, because there's only so much you can do in a Minecraft RP. Don't get me wrong. I had really high expectations too, and there were things I was definitely extremely disappointed with. I put in all my feedback, and I did that. It was what it was, and there's a lot of constraints. There's only so much that can be done. But yeah, Fomokore, strong. Oh my god. My main complaint isn't even the time. My main complaint is the place where we were doing it. I just think that space was too big for tag. If you want my actual honest opinion, the castle was way, way too big for that sort of game. It was really easy for me to hide somewhere, and I probably would never be found. So I feel like that was my real issue. I didn't have an issue with the time, I had an issue with that. Because really, let's be real, 30 minutes isn't that long, especially compared to how long every other ENreco episode is. So it was supposed to be like a tough fought 15 minutes if it makes it that far. But instead it was like a, wow, I can just hide the whole time. 30 minutes. See, but that's the thing. No one, especially the second time, was just hiding. So I think being over the top. Yeah, if everyone had just hid for the whole 30 minutes, that would have been really stupid. Hiding plus invisibility. I didn't really use the invisibility. So everyone kept being like, oh, the invisibility. Maybe everyone else was, but we only had 3 of them. I don't think they lasted very long. I don't know, though, because I didn't use it. So it is what it is. 30 minutes of being frustrated. That's why the second time around, everyone was running. Or at least I told everyone to run. Yeah, it definitely, it was something. But I do think, again, do I think the game was perfect? No. Do I think for a game that was built in Minecraft, I think it was fine. I think the space made it suffer the most. But yeah, the map was huge. So again, my main issue, I feel like the game would have been fine, but the map was way, way too big. So, but I've already given that feedback. Hopefully, in the future, we won't run into that sort of issue. I think a straight RP. I mean, I would have liked a straight RP too, but again, how do you do that with the story of ENreco? We don't have a DM. So the only option is to give everyone a script and say, please read this script. And I don't think that's fun for anyone. We need a DM and we don't have a DM. It would be great. I agree with you. That would be incredible if there was just RP and if there was a DM, but we did not have a DM. We have not had a DM. And Liz shouldn't be forced to DM just because we need a DM. That's not her responsibility either. But that's all beside the point. Again, I think the tag game, it lasted a little bit long and the space was still big. But at the end of the day, it was just cute girls playing tag. And I think if you ignore it as that or as anything other than that, then maybe you'll enjoy it just a little bit more. I think for me, the most disappointing thing was that there was no end animation. I complained a lot. I was like, hey, why not? Where's it was really good in season 2. I think everyone really loved that. I really loved that. I thought it made it really fun. It was like a great way to build up the hype for season 3. So why did we not have that? And I already gave them a ton of flack. So I also gave them suggestions to see how it can potentially be made up for, but we'll see. As of course I'm just one talent, no, it doesn't mean my opinion's going to be taken into consideration. But yeah, I think when you have season 2 have such a strong ending, not having one. But I also feel like it's kind of like a midpoint too. There's still more to this story because there's still going to be one more chapter. So we're going to have to wait for the last one. But yeah, I'm just happy. I think one of the big things about ENreco that I really love is getting to roleplay, but also getting to do something with all of EN and getting to kind of like be together. Because, you know, we're all so busy and it's really hard to make things where we can kind of like organically interact like that. So being able to basically be in a room with everyone and have the chance to like run into each other, it's really nice. And obviously not everyone can always play for it as long, not everyone can play every day, but just being able to be around everyone, it's just really special.
And thank you for watching. So please subscribe. Thank you. ありがとう。